Okay. Give me a second here to get stuff ready. Double check the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna see that intro later, so I'm just gonna skip to this. New game. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Sure, why not? Totally not gonna regret putting this on hard mode. Probably. Should I put it on normal? Can I go back and put it on normal? I'm a coward. Okay, so VIII is a really good game. Mostly because everything everything in it feels earned. Like the story pacing is really good. But it does do that thing where you eventually attack and dethrone God at the end. So like it does somehow make this feel like a natural progression, but you'll when you look back on it, you realize, man, this game's ending was crazy. It was batshit. Ah yes, the Gate Sea. Made up entirely of CG water, back in the day when that was acceptable. Now visually, I do like the design of the boat. Oh goodness. Especially like in the nighttime section, it's actually like, it looks really cool for the graphics of its time, but it's like that water though, you know? Like, holy shit, that ocean just looks... If CGI had a JPEG equivalent, that'd be it right there. Now, I went into this game without, like, knowing anything about Adolf Christin, and I still don't know that much about him. I just know that he's a pseudo-silent protagonist, because he does say stuff very rarely. But mostly it's just... He's not really meant to be a person, he's just that cool adventurer guy everybody wants to be. As far as I know. I don't know much about the series, I'm afraid, but I did play this one, and I loved the hell out of it.
Suffocating it gets in the cargo hold. Gotta say, that uniform looks pretty good on you. Awfully nice of them to let us hitch a ride to Eresia in exchange for work. They got me moving cargo around, and you helping out as a sailor on this voyage.
I should point out this is the second game in the East series that I know of where Doki gets sidelined. I don't think he has that many important moments.
They're even paying and feeding us, too. Pretty sweet deal, if you ask me.
He's just the obligatory blue support guy. Okay, this is a very tough decision. What do I even say? Pragmatism. No pragmatism. No
Man, that Captain Barber he looks intimidating, but he's a good man. Dependable, too. Thanks to him, we'll be able to hit the next stop on our journey once we dock. I'm a little sad we gotta say goodbye to Xandria. There's no time to be moping when adventure's waiting for us. I'm looking forward to it, buddy.
Okay, now for this, I'm definitely going to try to 100% this game, because it's one of those games that really, really feels good to do 100% of, you know? These games, I guess, at least from 8 onwards, I've never played anything before that, they're kind of like that.
Once we dock in Sunyan, Creek is just around the bend.
They're very exploration-centric, in terms of just, like, completing stuff on the map. I like how those are both the same thing.
Or are you trying to talk like Luta? If you ask me, I would have preferred heading west, along the coast of Africa.
Whoa, whoa! Are you guys voyaging to Altago?
I also like how this world is supposed to be the quote-unquote... Everything is pronounced differently, the topography is slightly different. But you'll still see stuff like Africa and Rome, albeit with different pronunciations or just slightly different spelling.
Adol has always been looking for a way to get to Altago.
Unbelievable! You do know about the conflict between the Kingdom of Altago and the Roman Empire, don't you?
See? That's what I mean.
Roman Navy vessels are pretty much the only ships that can enter that region of the sea.
I think you actually go to Rome in Ys 8, or Ys 9 rather. Ys 9. Monstrum Nox.
Heard that you're an adventurer. That just seems reckless.
Yeah, well, there's never a dull moment when I'm tagging along with this guy. Adol can't walk more than 3 steps without stepping in some kind of adventure.
Anyway, this might take a while. The intro's really long.
Thanks, but I'll pass. Anyway, you two, break time's almost over. Doki, I need you to get back to work in the cargo hold.
Back on the clock already, huh? No problem. I'll head down right now.
But I am going to try to 100% this game because, like, it's kind of mandatory if you want to see the true ending and beat the actual final boss. And I didn't do that. I kind of just rushed through it and didn't get that one guy his, God, what was it even? Like a dish he was supposed to, he wanted me to get because I hated him.
No, Doki. He told me to send you to his quarters once your job was finished. The captain's quarters can be found at the quarterdeck, near the stern of the ship.
Oh my god, how would I ever play this game without this tutorial telling me how to do things? Wow, it's such a... It's so nice that they showed us the controls. Isn't that nice? That's nice. But yeah, visually, during the daytime, this boat looks crap. It looks like crap. At night, it looks really nice. I don't know how to explain it, like... I'm kind of an aesthetic nut. Speaking of which, the design of the captain looks cool as shit.
Please, have a seat.
I don't even know why, he looks really cool. Because again, I'm an artist and I appreciate good character design, and this is what I identify as good character design. I mean, everything about this guy's, from the suit to like the hair, it looks cool.
Tell me, do you know of the Isle of Salem?
People are probably gonna hard disagree with me over that one, because like, he's so square, it almost throws it off. Yes, I've heard of it. I've seen it.
Very impressive.
I've played the game.
Gated Sea is home to many islands, as you're no doubt aware. She's a treacherous sea to navigate. More ships than I can count have run afoul of her jagged islands.
Let's get really close to it so that we don't actually get ran afoul on the jagged islands.
The Isle of Seiren has a particularly fearsome reputation, for every ship that approaches the island sinks by some mysterious happenstance.
Mysterious, yes.
Is that...
Let's totally go near it and see for ourselves.
The ship is en route to the island's surrounding waters as we speak.
I ain't afraid of no island.
Being said, I intend to keep us a safe distance from the island.
He did not do that.
About 5 years ago, a Roman vessel conducting an exploratory voyage approached the island. The sea was calm that day, and ran afoul of nothing. Yet I heard it was pulled under all the same. Grecian mythology speaks of monsters called sailors, which lure ships to their doom. The pirates who first discovered that island declared it cursed ground, and named it accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Is there any way to go to Yeah, sure, we're gonna go ashore anyway.
I didn't expect you to ask me that. Unfortunately, no one alive knows the answer to that question. The unlucky ones who have set foot on the island were never seen or heard from again.
Yes, I'm sure nothing bad happened to them.
Even
They
the sons
totally
of
didn't
sailors
die.
who voyaged the gate to sea tell you nothing about the island. I cannot approach the island, but when we pass by it, I will let you know. It seems my tale did not but stoke the fires of your adventurous spirit.
I said Adel was like a character you're supposed to imprint yourself upon, but like technically he's not. He's an adventure junkie. Like he's a huge thrill seeker.
I share this tale with every new member of my crew.
That's his character trait. He's just really obsessed with having
When I
adventures.
first told Catherine, he was so frightened that he refused to leave his quarters. But I see you're made of sterner stuff than he. So humble. Now, I'm sorry to keep you so long. I have a favor to ask of you. I insist on holding a small welcome party whenever new passengers come aboard. I want you to attend the party and provide security. Don't worry. I'm merely being cautious. As captain, it's my responsibility to ensure that every passenger aboard my ship is safe. Please, speak to Catherine for the details about your assignment. I know you won't let me down.
The one thing I like about this story is it escalates. Like there's several major antagonists throughout the entire plot, and one's introduced progressively after the other, so it's like a sort of villain of the week arc thing going on here.
Good evening, passengers.
Except not all the antagonists are people, like most of them are just monsters, but it's just
I'm Captain Barbaros.
they do a good job making it feel personal each time.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Lombardia for your seafaring needs. With 4 masts and at 50 melia in length, this vessel is the largest of the passenger ships that voyage between Xandria and Arisia.
Okay, is it just me or is the music overpowering their speech? Should work on that. Okay. This is the part where I basically have to talk to a bunch of important people. Mostly all the characters in this room are going to be part of the cast that I have to find. So how the game works is like once they're all shipwrecked and everything, you go to one area and there's going to be like one person per area. Like one passenger per zone, basically. Except they're very out of the way and kind of hard to find. So you actually have to go out of your way to find them. Finding all of them is important. And also raising affinity with all of them is also important. But almost every character is interesting. Especially the old lady. The old lady's awesome. Okay, let me check something, because I do not like the way the sound is going. There's the audio. Aha! Voice volume, GM volume. Okay. I guess that works. Enemy status is... Enemy on minimap. Yeah, I need that. LOS indicator. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, this guy right here, I hate his guts. I hate him so fucking much, it's not even funny. Oh yes, the old lady. She's the rawest character in the game, next to the giant monkey, who's not a passenger, he's native to the island. The monkey's awesome too, he's like really cool. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to everyone, but that's usually what I remember triggering, like, the next part of this, because this is going to drag on for a bit. I'm going to nerd out over the aesthetic. See the lighting here? The way they put, like, the little circle around it to indicate, like, it's light glare? I fucking love that. I love that a lot. It's minor, but like, I noticed it right away when I was going through the ship. Every lamp and lantern has this, and it really adds the aesthetic of the level. Oh, this guy. This is the guy I failed to get the recipe for. You ruined my 100% run, you fat piece of... I hate him. Okay, that's technically on me. Okay. That's almost everyone. Right. Did you get everyone? Yeah, okay, I guess that's everyone in here. I don't know if I have to talk to everyone, but like, I feel like I do. Anyway.
Yes.
There's a character in here who's really cool looking. I forget his name, but I just remember I liked him a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Where? Wait, hold on, I'm lost now. Okay, this leads to the dining hall. This is... I remember where he is now. What am I doing? There he is.
Jeez.
Okay. This dude's cool. Okay, yeah, this ship section drags on for a bit, so... But yeah, you see what I mean about, like, the lighting really adding to this? Also the stars, like, this whole section just looks really nice. Aesthetically. During the day it looks awful, but right now it's like... I don't even notice the CG waves.
Let's see.
What triggers next event? Do I just talk to every single person? It's been a minute. I haven't played this for a while. Okay, here's Sahad, one of the main characters you play as.
The wind is getting... Yes.
Check our course! Set sail!
Right, okay. Guess I'll go back then. I think there's one more encounter in the cargo hold. I think. This is the mess hall.
What's up?
There we go, okay. But yeah, I guess they want you to like get to know the cast, because like every character on the ship except like the generic sailor people are important. As messed up as that sounds. Okay, we talked to the Cap, wherever he is. The Isle of Saren. I might turn the difficulty down. I'm not sure I should have gone with hard this time. I could probably manage it, but...
Huh? What's happening?
I don't know, sir. We seem to have run afoul of something.
Impossible. We're in open waters. Assess the situation at once.
Aye, aye, sir.
We're quite a distance from the island. It couldn't be. What is that? Huh? What's...
Gosh, I wonder what could have happened. So close to the island that sinks ships. Oh.
What is that thing?
Well, that can't be good.
At this rate, the ship will be destroyed!
Nah, it'll be fine. No, wait, there are two. We're screwed. Whoops. Okay, so. Mystery of the Gate of Sea. Tentacle of the Unknown. That sure is a tentacle. One of the recurring gags of this series is apparently Adol makes this ultimate weapon in the previous game, then he immediately loses it in the next game. And by Ys 9, they're very self-aware of this fact. Like, he's lost a lot of legendary swords. So this is gonna be fun. Okay, so... I vaguely remember how to do this. There we go. Love that mechanic. Slow motion! Haha. Oh damn, that went faster than I expected. Uh-oh. The game pretty much revolves around stunning a boss, and then you get a huge opening to attack, but mostly you want to evade and do flash guard, which gives you the ability to crit. Preferably both if you can help it, especially on higher difficulties.
Wow, so dashing. That was amazing.
Now remember, we didn't actually defeat this thing, we just made it really, really mad. So they're congratulating me for
You can
nothing.
always count on you, Adolf.
Yeah, that's right, I totally beat it. Yeah, definitely.
What was that thing anyway?
Still alive?
Like a tentacle from some kind of giant squid.
Yep, still alive. Just because you stab something's arm doesn't mean it dies, it just means it gets really mad and it attacks you even harder.
What's happening?
Okay, so, yeah. Now the boss fight's over. This is just a sequence to show that, yeah, we just got shipwrecked off the Isle of Sailor.
Oh God!
Okay. Bye. Poor Doki. Okay, so, yeah. Alright, that's the intro done. I'm just gonna watch this because it's like really nice. Like I love it when Tales games do this thing, and I also like it here. Except for like the CG dragon, that looks bad. They usually have an anime style opening where they just sort of like cover the events of the entire game. Or in Tales of Arise's case, they just cover the opening, or not the opening, the half of the game they're doing. And there's a second intro for the next half, because, you know. Now this is an interesting game because it has two protagonists, not just one. And Dana's the second protagonist. As far as I understand, there was like her campaign was sort of added in as like a side thing. I think it was supposed to be a DLC or something, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know the history of this game. I just know that there was a re-release And Dana has like a bunch of her own unique levels in that re-release. They're not that good though, is my biggest gripe. Oh man, I still have PTSD about that tiny dinosaur. And there's the monkey. Master Kong, he's called. I don't think I actually did any of the Master Kong side quests. Okay, Chapter 1. And my goal here is to hopefully map out like as much of this island as I can this time, like to really 100% it. This is probably going to take Salta forever, so might be streaming this for a while. It's a big game. So I'll try to do as much as I can during this stream as possible. But like this game is large. It's long. Like I think back when I first played it and I was rushing through it, it took me like upwards of 40 hours to beat. Of course, I was trying to get all the weapons too, because I focus on stuff like that when I'm playing these. But then it occurred to me it's actually like really fun and easy to 100% this. In fact, that's kind of the point. That's like the gameplay loop. Is it wants you to like. It wants you to finish it. It wants you to really get into finishing and beating it and exploring everything. You want to find all the chests. You want to find all the resources. That's the game. Like, that is the entire game. And it's fun. The combat is simple, but it has this thing where it's like, okay, hold on. There we go. That's Flash Guard. It's not too hard to pull off, but you really gotta know when enemies attack. But enemies do attacks in such a way where they sort of start acting like obstacles that you have to, like, work around. And their attacks always complement each other, so, like, I don't really know how to put it. Like, their attacks have a certain shape or form to them. And I'm really bad at explaining this. I'll just have to show you, because it's like, it feels very arcadey. Okay, R1 plus X. There we go. And one thing that'll really stand out is the music. It's good. Like, the music in this game is amazing. Okay, let's see if I can get it. What did I just do? There we go. Okay, yeah. Like, if possible, you'll definitely want to do, like, you'll definitely want to flash guard and time dodge whenever possible, so you can get the most out of your attacks and openings. This gets way harder in like the later half of the game when the enemies become upgraded and super scary, hardcore, and hit like a truck. Then you have to really know what you're doing. Ah, good old CG water. It cures exhaustion. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get this. I'm not gonna get this. What? Nope, no. Okay, now I'm getting my butt kicked. Am I gonna get this? Really? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be practicing, but fine. I kinda want to. Why can't I flash guard that? Okay, hold on. Like, it's easier to time dodge than it is to flash guard, but you can still do it, and it's kind of expected. Okay, I need to find some help. I need that. Okay, now we're good to go. Getting the timing down on that is killing me. I think you can time dodge and then flash shift, but the timing is airtight. But you're kind of supposed to do that. There it is. Yeah. Alright, I got it. Because the flash shift button, this one, is also how you activate, like, skills, so the idea is you flash shift before an attack hits, and then, yeah, you go crazy with the skills, and you do the most damage. It's simple, but it's really nice. Like, I like this system a lot, because it's easy to get once you start getting it, and then they, like, make sure the enemies do most of the work on there, and, like, in terms of, like, forcing you to use this mechanic properly, because you still have to time it, and figuring out each enemy's, like, timing is really fun.
Who's there?
You know, I know she's listed as blonde-haired girl, but, like, she's a ginger. She has red hair. That is not blonde. Good old Falcon. Okay, I don't know how to explain it, but this character, the red-haired girl, she's everywhere. She's in anime, she's in, like, video games, JRPGs. She's like a character archetype where she's just the same person throughout each. The red-haired tsundere, like. Man.
There. I suppose I kept you waiting long enough.
I dislike this character. I replace her the literal moment I can, because she's important. She's to the combat. She's like the air character, but Gun Guy's better.
My name is Laxia of House Roswell, a noble family of guardians.
Okay, Laxative of House Roswell. I'll try to remember that this time.
The ship I was traveling on sank, and I was cast adrift until I came ashore here. Now, who are you? Judging from your garb, you must have been a sailor aboard the Lombardia.
I really don't care for her. Temporary sailor.
Adol Kristen. Is this... some sort of ill-conceived ruse? I narrowly escaped that disaster with my life. I don't care if that was your first day at sea. You need to tell me... You said your name was Adolf, so you're telling me that these giant tentacles attacked and destroyed our ship? Do you expect me to believe such a bizarre story? How big a fool do you think me to be? Oh, wait a minute. Do my eyes deceive me?
Okay.
Beast? When did
So
they...
the combat has like a sort of rock paper scissors thing going for it, where Adel's the guy who deals with like normal soft enemies. Laxia deals with air enemies. Like you'll do less damage to air enemies as Adel. And then there are hard shelled enemies, which is Sahad's thing.
No need. I don't need to be protected by the likes of you.
Okay.
Laxia von Roswell. She'll enter the fray.
I'm not a fan of this character, honestly. I don't know why. She seems really generic. But yeah, here's the tutorial for that. It's kind of important because it's like a good chunk of the mechanical, like... Do we want to say it's depth here? Yeah, it's part of like the mechanical depth of the game, I guess.
I will end you.
I'm forgetting how to do everything. Alright, that's that. And we find camp and actually get started on the game. Okay. Now I'm gonna find my way to the camp, which is this way. It's gonna take me a while to readjust to the combat, I think. It's been a minute since I played this. Now the Switch version is nice, but it runs at like sub 30 frames per second, and this isn't the sort of game where you want to play it like that, you know? So I vastly prefer the PlayStation version of this game. It's just really good. Okay, what am I doing? I think I'm supposed to like look around and stuff and activate some things before the story progresses. So we go into a cave, and then we like fight our way through the cave and fight a boss. Okay, and I can never go up this way, ever. Like, that's not a thing. This area is just forever walled off. It kind of sucks. Like, you think there's something up there, but there's not, as far as I know. Whereas I think that's just the siege area. Because there are actually 2 siege areas, as far as I remember. Sieges are like another mechanic in this game.
Nothing but ocean as far as the eye can see. Where hopefully there is a settlement.
Sieges aren't bad, but you don't ever feel compelled to S-rank them like you would in, say, Monster Nox, where they're like most of the game. Monster Nox actually makes like sieges fun. Here they're kind of just a pace breaker, and I don't really enjoy them as much, but like... In Monster Nox, they're just like, they're the whole thing, more or less. Exploration's still there, that's still like a major part of it, but the sieges are the big thing. And they're completely mandatory. All of them are. If you want to explore, you better do a siege to unlock it. Don't mind me, gonna have a quick snack. Speaking of, I never did finish my Monster Knock stream. I'm probably just gonna replay that game from the beginning again, because I'm weird. And I also really enjoy these games, they're really fun. Let me think here. Alright. Now that I think on it, I never did like check these boxes all that often. I'm assuming they're just a recurring thing, but I have the attention span of a dog. Like, unironically, I think I have the attention span of a pit bull.
Adventure awaits. Let's go.
Thank you, Adel. I shall do exactly that. This is what I mean when I say he's like a semi-silent protagonist. He doesn't talk that much. But there is a personality there. Like, he's definitely a person. There's just, like, not much to him other than, I like adventure. That's his character. Like, there's nothing else. Like, if you were to tell him there was, like, if you were to tell him to go to hell, he probably literally would, just for the adventure of it. Because it would sound really cool to him. That's Adel Christen. You gotta admire a man who just lives for one thing and follows through on it no matter what. Okay, I guess I'll go up here. Or maybe I go over here. Where am I going? Okay, here's the very first dungeon of the game. Now, I know for a fact that there's like a super secret in-game dungeon you can only get by, like, gathering all the party members up, but I've never done that dungeon. I feel like I should have, though. I mean, I'm going to, that's part of this playthrough, it's just... I remember unlocking it, then seeing level 70 enemies, and I was like, no, thank you. I choose life. Because my group was like level 60 at the time. So I didn't want to touch that, because it was like, yes, no. But now I'm like, man, I really should have done that. I really should have gone in there and kicked some ass. Anyway, I will be doing that this playthrough, but it's going to take a while, because... unlocking everything is... it takes time. Okay. Now the funny thing is, all the enemy drops are really important. Like, every resource you get is going to be important in some way or another. Enemies will drop materials for healing. Those flowers fill up your special attack gauge, which is important. Gathering resources is very important in this game. Bottles for medicine are also really important. They're, I think in higher difficulties, they're an expendable resource. So like, you can't just make medicine whenever. You literally have to have the bottles for it. And if you use a bottle up, that's it, the bottle's gone. Or at least I think that's how it works. But only in higher difficulties. You can reuse them in the lower difficulty. But in like the harder modes, the game really wants you to pay attention to what you're doing with resource management.
A treasure chest.
Okay. Another thing is that weapon upgrades and armor upgrades are very static. Like, they're based on story progression. You want to upgrade, but you can't ever upgrade past your current point in the story. It doesn't let you break the game or anything like that. So you can only access certain upgrades once you get to a certain point in the story, but you have to upgrade. Like, it's very important to upgrade your gear whenever you can. Until you hit, like, the current limit for your part in the story. So you don't just get, like, armor drops. You have to, like... You work with one set of armor, basically, and then you just keep upgrading it, making it better. Weapons are even, like... It's pretty much just one weapon, you know? There's also, I want to say, a Legend of Zelda-style ability system. Or at least I think it was Zelda. It might have been something else. But, like, there's, like, a... You get special items that help you traverse the levels and stuff. And these are very important. I think a few of them also contribute to combat. I do hate that the game kind of makes you step aside and, like, explore areas like this, but, I mean, it's kind of necessary. But there are going to be, like, entire parts of the game that are dedicated to really minor stuff, like upgrading your sword with Orichalcum. Well, there's an entire quest around that, which I love. Because they make the upgrades seem really significant, and it is. It's just... It's the fact that they dedicated an entire story sequence to just that, which is cool. It kind of reminds me of, oh, here we go. First bottle. Something like in Dragon Quest XI, which is there's an entire like sequence where you make the ultimate sword. You have to go into this zone to find the super rare ore and battleground. It's good. Like, I like that. I like having quests that meaningfully upgrade your stuff, you know? Lift the enemy into the air. Okay, evade. Now, there's not much to find in this cave, but like... Alright.
Something's there.
This looks important. Okay. Now that shape wheel at the bottom right hand corner is important because it's like your meter, right? If you use a skill, you use up part of that. You can further upgrade that meter. You can further upgrade that meter with like special potions in this game and stuff, so it's always good to look for that. Crap, my health is kind of low. There are also like ways to craft permanent stat upgrades, which I thought was neat. Those are also kind of important. I'll probably try to make those. That's a medic thing, like you have to unlock the medic first. Both of them. So an interesting thing is pirates actually came to this island first. Okay, that's that. Okay. What skills do I got? Dagger fling, dagger fling, dagger fling. I'm just gonna put this somewhere where I can actually use it. You see, the potions are like rare for a good reason. Instead of healing a set amount of HP, they heal a set percentage of HP, which inherently makes them better than these, though these are still important. You only really start noticing the difference like in later parts of the game when healing food doesn't do as much for you. Anyway, up next is the first boss.
Did you see that? Come, we must catch up to him.
It's a bat. It's one of the most roided out bats I've ever seen. The Nocturnal Lord, Bifer something. Bifteries? Oh crap. Okay. The cool thing about this is like flash shift affects your specials, so like there's a lot of depth there. Okay, I should probably do something about that. Oh, okay, I guess I don't like... Oh, no. There we go. Okay, good to go.
Switch!
Man, I got my ass beat. But yeah, you always want to flash shift before you do a special attack, because then you get the absolute most out of the special attack. but flash shift is slightly harder to pull off than just time dodging. But you want to do both.
Pardon?
I'm hardly the type to get discouraged.
Oh, Adol. Is that you, lad? I'm surprised to see you alive and well. I've been searching the area for people, but I did not expect to find you.
You're...
Oh, Adol. Who might this be?
Yeah, I think the most out of the blue part of this game for me would be the fact that there's like a ghost pirate ship section. And this is a game with dinosaurs, like as the main enemies. But no, it's the ghost pirate crew that threw me off. But yeah, this game escalates a lot. It just gets crazier and crazier. I love it. Because the progression of the escalation is really steady, so it seems almost believable. But like, you in the game fighting the god of evolution. So like, man. No, you say it was not like anything I ever expected when I first played it. I was really, really pleasantly surprised. Now, you do get sequential rewards for completing a map, or a portion of, like, the island. It's divided into sections, sort of like Final Fantasy XII. Except unlike Final Fantasy XII, you're really rewarded for exploring every part and getting every item you can. And that also includes, like, killing enemies and getting their parts and stuff. Like, you really want to do that as much as you can. Because enemy parts are important, like crafting potions, to forging gear upgrades, and there's some side quests that raise affinity that are necessary to like plot progression that you'll really want to like do that with. If I had to have a complaint about this game, though, it's that there are too many characters. You have like an entire roster of characters that all fill similar roles, which is okay. You got the armor breakers, you've got the air enemy takedowners, and then you got just the characters who do damage to normal enemies, fast enemies, soft enemies, basically. So there are like 3 different purposes for a party member, but there are like 9 party members, I think. Not that I'm complaining. The guy in black is cool. Like, he's my favorite.
Pardon?
And we're not gonna find her servant until much later.
Now then, Mr. Kristen.
In fact, he's like really out of the way, so...
You certainly know how to wield a sword. That much I will concede. But I've never met anyone so audacious, so frivolous, that he would introduce himself as an adventurer. You might as well call yourself a tourist or a sightseer.
You know, this becomes more important in Monstrum Nox because Adol literally gets put in jail for being an adventurer.
I won't tolerate anyone who speaks of adventure, as though it were some sort of life-affirming calling. Listen carefully, Mr. Kristen.
I really don't care for
but
her.
only so that I may keep a close watch on you, because you remind me of a certain individual whom I utterly despise. Silence. And on top of everything else, you've also seen me.
Yeah, she's kind of insufferable.
Now then, what are you standing around for? Let us be on our way.
Okay, next up we have to find Sahad. Okay, here's what I like about this. Each section of the map has a percentage, like you got treasure, you got harvest, explored. You're encouraged to find everything. Because you get a reward for doing like 100% completion of each chunk of the map. And the rewards tend to be very good. But the fact that like the map lets you keep track of this stuff is really cool. But there are going to be parts of the map that are locked off because you don't have a certain ability, like the climbing gloves or the dashing cape, I think it was. There's also a thing that lets you breathe underwater, so there's like a lot of different items that you eventually start gaining and equipping that let you traverse certain areas. And some of those also, again, help with combat. Like, I can't remember, like, I think there was like a dashing cape or something, but I don't think it was dashing, I think it was something else, but it helps with combat. Yeah, my memory is bad. Okay. So here we go, the game's slowly starting to open up. We have to find Sahad first, but I also want to, like, gather whatever I can. This might take a bit. But I still like how arcadey the game feels. And again, the music is really good. Okay. Dang. Okay, try that again. Oh, he tried it again. Okay.
I see a large mountain to the north. This island must be larger than I thought. But there are more survivors.
Now, officially you won't be able to fully explore this area until after you get, like, Sahad and a couple of items. But I like to go through here like this anyway. And just find whatever I can early, because you will need some healing items. Especially playing on the higher difficulties, because taking damage, it isn't really that easy to do, but it's still, like, it does happen. Especially if you're bad at video games like me. Fuck my life. Okay, hold on. Still learn those skills. I also haven't mastered that. I'm a fan of how the dogs are made of JPEG. Okay. Ah yes, Crewberry, my favorite. Now this early in the game you won't get iron ore, instead you'll get strange mass, which is like the most base iron ore in the game. Like it really is. But you will need to start upgrading your gear. And this is something I can't reach. Right, you get a double jump I think, so you can start reaching stuff like that. I don't think it counts towards your progression to get eggs though. Or fish for that matter. I don't think fish even count, but... Okay, and this is an area with a shortcut that you can go back to. You have to go around. And to do that, you have to go through the area where you first find Sahat. And, there's gonna be a fight with the dinosaur. Pretty much right out the gates. And it takes a while for items to respawn in level 2, so there's that. I don't even need to use up any of that, like... These enemies are that basic. Yeah, but to start upgrading, first you have to find people who do upgrades. Sahat is just a party member you have to, like, have on your team. But you will have to find like crew members to access facilities. That's important. So there's like a blacksmith they have to find. I think the wolves are like my least favorite enemy. Not only from a design standpoint, because they look really bland. Mechanically, they're also kind of dull too. But like each enemy does a specific type of attack, which I guess it fits into a certain how to put it. This game's combat is sort of like an obstacle course, which each enemy is a different obstacle, basically. Wolves do a forward lunge. Moles will toss stuff at you. Little rat thingies, they do like a little spinny attack. These guys are cool because they just throw every pretense of realism out the window and just become Beyblades. I always like that. And she said, are these footprints? But I barely see any footprints. But I am supposed to follow them. Let's see.
My turn now.
Okay, hold on. What am I looking for here? Okay, I'm trying to think of how to access the map because I've forgotten how to do that. Of all the things I forget to access, it's the map. Okay. Seriously, where was the map button? I legitimately... Oh, there it is. Okay, that's the map button. Took me a minute. Okay, so... those markers are important. Each marker shows you, like, where a resource is, and this is actually very significant because it's what you'll need to, like, reference when you're going back to grind for materials, because grinding for materials is the thing in this game. This was a godsend when I was like first trying to max out my weapons, because I needed to know where certain types of ore are, and they really like list it right there at the top right corner there, like what each item has, what it drops, what you can get. So if you're looking for something specific, this map is great. It shows you where the specific stuff is, as well as the stuff you haven't found yet. So I need to go back up, actually. Okay. Because there's actually item I haven't found up there. But in terms of like really serving its main gameplay thing, this game did a really good job of that, And oh, it's on the other side. Okay, where is it? Yeah, I guess it is, because there's nothing here. So yeah. Like, it's actually really convenient. These are armored enemies. They suck. I don't want to fight them. Yeah, without Sahad, these guys take forever to kill. This is a level issue. This is like, these are Sahad's enemies. You're supposed to use these. You're supposed to use Sahad for those. Okay. If you don't, then you like waste valuable items that you, valuable skill points, and you can't use skills for 2 seconds. Uh-oh. But yeah, item use, food usefulness starts falling off the more you level up. And of course, I'm taking a lot of damage because I'm bad at games. I'm just gonna blame COVID. Apparently, catching COVID makes you dumb. Anyway. But that's why those are there, so you can, like, refill your skill points and stuff. I guess that was meant for the save crystal? Yeah, okay. Anyway, up next is the first boss, and it's probably the only instance I've ever seen in a video game where an animal becomes like a major recurring antagonist that you really want to kill. I say first, I think there have been other instances, but like this is the one where like I didn't expect that. Because after this, the fight with this thing starts feeling really personal. Like, it actually feels like it's out to get you a lot of the time. And I really like that about it.
What's making that sound?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Ah!
Okay, here's Shahad.
Oh! Please! Please help me!
What in the? Who are you?
Anyway, here's our first villain of the week character. Like, he's got a really long dinosaur name and shit, but I just call him Red. But Avalodrogol, this guy becomes very personal throughout the game, throughout the first part of the game. He gets replaced later, but
It looks like a...
Come on! Right place, right time. This has got to be fate. Come on!
man, I like this thing though. It's fun. Okay, I vaguely remember how to do this. No, I don't. Oh no, okay, yeah, this is hard mode. I don't get to have fun.
Leave it to me!
Too hard! This isn't working!
Does it have a weak spot? Eat that!
Of course, this roar does a lot of damage.
So vicious! Yes, is this? I need healing.
Leave it to me!
Okay, I guess Zahad didn't need saving after all. Oh shit. Why am I not reacting in time? My timing is way off. I'm gonna get this.
Good to go!
Too hard! This isn't working!
Does it have a weak spot?
Okay, I'm going to get the timing down. Okay, no, I'm not gonna get the timing down. Okay, flash guard that shit. Get all the crits out. Oh shit. Sure is a good thing I got all these coconuts and mangos.
So vicious!
Oh, that bite attack though. Better pay attention. Come on, do the thing.
It's coming! Be careful!
Ooh. Okay. Okay, good, good. I got him. But yeah, he comes back. And like I said, the fights with him get way more personal the further the game goes.
Such ferocity! Could this, in fact, be...
But one of the major plot points is you can't actually harm these dinosaurs with conventional weapons. It has to be orichalcum or something. Like iron won't cut it against them.
Thanks for saving
So we've
my
only
ass.
knocked him unconscious. We haven't actually killed him.
I don't know who you kids are, but I love you anyway.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry about that, little lady. Guess I got a little carried away expressing my gratitude.
Your words will more than suffice. Ugh. How uncouth.
Oh, the name's Sahad Nautilus. I'm a fisherman from the Grecian region.
Sahad's definitely one of my favorite characters. Mostly because he's about as blunt as it gets.
I hopped aboard the Lombardia to head home after being away on a long job. Nice to meet you.
I'm left.
Adol and Laxia. Got it. Man, all the islands of the Gate to Sea, and we just had to wash up on the Isle of Seiren.
You know of it?
Of course I do. Growing up in Greek, my folks would always tell me, "You better behave, Sahad, or I'll leave you marooned on the Isle of Seiren." Every time my pop threatened to dump me here, I'd get so scared I'd piss my pants.
So where you're from, the locals know to avoid this place? Do they also know beasts such as this could be found on this island?
Nope. Well, at least I didn't before today. Any ship what comes near the Isle of Seiren sinks into a watery grave. Or so it goes. But no one really knows what this place is like. I mean, I've heard folks claim they came ashore here, but they must have been spinning yarn. What's wrong?
Not quite. Anyway, we should...
Man, I got the worst luck. I found this on the beach. Ended up smacking that beast with it by accident. Right in the kisser. Ain't it? Figured I could use it to protect myself, but it ended up landing me in some pretty hot water.
His choice of weapon gets panned quite a bit, like when the blacksmith finally comes in. She's like, "Why are you swinging this thing around? Are you trying to kill yourself?" Let's just appreciate that Sahad's apparently so strong, he can swing around a whole-ass anchor. Like it's nothing.
Huh?
Look out!
Yeah, he's mad. Now, the primordials are like the coolest part of this game because, like, it's a JRPG where you fight dinosaurs. It's like the main enemies. I love that.
Scared the hell out of me just now, but this ending works for me.
I suddenly feel extremely fatigued.
You and me both, little lady. What with that thing chasing me around? I'm surprised I'm still standing. Oh, looks like... Say, how about you take me to your camp?
Anyway, this is technically still part of the intro portion because, like, the game only really starts opening up like a bit after this. So then you have to do a fishing minigame and I think a couple of other things. Then you can really start legitimately exploring. But there are going to be some areas with some, like, obstacles and stuff. Aerial spin. Right. It's actually a really good attack. I like that one. But this is what I mean when I say, like, stuff takes a while to open up. Because, like, this, you think you can climb this, right? But nope, you need the super special gloves of climbing to climb this. And there's some other items, too, that are essential to progression that are actually just, like, things you randomly find in chests. Yeah. I was surprised when I first, like, found, like, a very essential item for progressing just hiding away in a chest. And I was like, wait, this is important. Why did this just... Why wasn't this, like... Why was this here instead of somewhere more important where we pay attention to it? Oof.
How lucky.
But when you get a rare item, they'll immediately tell you, like, oh yeah, you're lucky. Or, oh, how fortunate, which is cool. They really want to point out that, like, you're getting something really useful, you know? So if you're, like, hunting for rare items, that becomes very important.
Let's go.
And this is what I mean by, like, Sahad's enemies. These guys go down quickly when you're playing with Sahad. You know, he's the shell breaker. So yeah.
There's something there.
Now, of course, you're supposed to be able to get up here, but you can't because you don't have the double jump yet. I think it's a literal cloak. Literally, there's a cloak of double jumping. You find kind of late into the game. I think it's still counted though, like, because there is an item up there that you're supposed to. Maybe not. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna, like, go anywhere near completing this area for a while.
Something's there.
Okay. Okay. for now, I guess since progression is kind of locked behind a few essential items, I'm just gonna like try to rush through a few areas and advance the story as much as I can. Once I get the climbing gloves, I'll try to come back to this area and really like 100% it. But like it's not doable until you get a few progression items, which you know those are locked in chests and stuff. Alright, we got Sahad, the crew's is all here, basically. You know what, I really should go up there and grab some more food. Like, I need healing items right now really badly, because boss fights are going to be a pain in the ass without them. And I may as well grab some more items, just because I'm going to need them for later. Okay, I guess I've got close to everything. Trying to think if I missed anything here or not. I feel like I did. Oh, there's a fishing spot, but I'm not going to use that yet. As you have to unlock the ability to fish, there's a HOD, and that's a cutscene. I want to double check this region, because I remember like the first time I played I missed something that was very obvious that I didn't need to miss. But I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was just fishing spots. I feel like there was a bottle or something around here, but I guess not. I don't know. Wait a minute. Aha! I knew it! There's something over here. Eh, good enough. I think you can only really find serum weight in a few places. It respawns right away, but it's like... It's only like a few gathering points in the whole island. Okay, I should get out of here. Okay, camp's been made slightly more livable now. So there's that. This is part of why I like Sahad. He's cool. I think he was like my favorite character to play as too.
Castaways are gonna start showing up. Oh?
And who might you be?
I ran across him while I was searching this area.
Okay.
Hey, Adol! Looks like our bad luck hasn't quite run out yet.
This almost has the same energy as "Hey, remember me?" from Other M. Made even better by that.
This is a big emotional moment. Why would you say something like that?
Now, at the time I started playing this game, I literally didn't register why Dogi was important, but apparently he was a major character in like the 6th game.
After the attack, I grabbed hold of some floating debris and rode the current till I washed up here.
I think the other 2 games are like prequels.
I swear, this stuff only happens when
Or,
I'm with
sorry,
you.
the 7th game is a prequel. This is the 8th game.
Still, that was pretty bad.
How can they be so cavalier?
I guess that's what makes those 2 adventurers.
I don't know what your deal is, but I can already tell I'm gonna like you both.
Anyway, Dogi isn't playable at all in this game,
We've been through a lot today.
which is unfortunate because I feel like he would
Let's
be.
compare our information so we can plan our next course of action. As you can see, we now have the makings of a base camp in place thanks to Dogi. The sun is already beginning to set. Let's rest up here for tonight.
Adel nodded. Okay, and that's pretty much chapter 1, the intro of the entire game. After this it starts opening up, but it's like, it's a slow progression. Oh, right. And this is important because these dreams are actually like flashbacks to Dana's lifetime, and Dana is actually in the past. So, like, this is what's neat about this game's storytelling, is there are 2 stories running in parallel, one in the very distant future and one in the very distant past. And you start really getting invested in Dana's story, as it happens in the past. Dana's plot is like central to this game, and it adds a lot to the game that wouldn't be there otherwise. And I really like it a lot. But it all starts off as these like mysterious dreams Adel keeps having. And I think what was going on was it was this proximity to the crystals, because they're like how she communicates across time. But Dana's definitely a good character. I like her a lot. Okay, here we are, Chapter 2. But I do like this style of storytelling where everything that happened in the distant past sort of gets communicated into the future. But it almost feels like it's all locked away, like you can't ever go there, but you still get really invested in the story that's taking place. Now, Adel and a bunch of the other characters get several outfits which look really cool, but I think I like... There's one outfit that Adel unlocks that I really liked, which is, I think it's pirate outfit or whatever. I mean, all of his outfits look good. These are good designs, but I really like that specific one. I can't remember if it was a pirate outfit or an adventure outfit. It's something. But yeah, now that I think on it, like, a lot of the character designs are really good and kind of stand out. Like, there's a lot going on in the aesthetic of these characters. Like the blue straps on Laxia's corset, and like the necktie there with a little, I want to say, black button or black gem. Adel, like, he's got buttons going down the sides of his jerkin there, and like this, that front part is like it's a vest. Like, I really should take notes from these designs because they're all really good, really interesting to me. At least to me personally, that's how I feel about it. The character design in this game is always pretty good. And the monster design, man. They get creative with some of the monster designs in this game. Like, there's some monsters that you see that just look really, really cool. Shame they can't do anything about those that CG water, though. But what can you do? Okay, let me think here. Castaway Village, world map. It coast. Water Drop Cave. Okay, you have 100% of Water Drop Cave, so there's no need to worry about that at least. I mean, it's not like there's much there anyway, it's just the intro dungeon, basically. I think you can go back there to farm the creatures for some of their parts, but like I don't have the medic yet, so it's not going to be a thing. Like, even Dogi, he has, like, a really cool-looking design. It gets better in Ys 9, though. Like, this looks vanilla compared to his Ys 9 look. He looks really rugged and cool in Ys 9. Monstrum knocked it out of the park with some of the character designs. I think the only one I dislike is Hawks. It's only because it's a really bad hairdo. Everything else about him looks cool. Anyway, here's where we're taught how to fish. I catch nothing but boots after this. Like, I'm not even joking. When I tried fishing outside of this one moment, I just caught boots. Shoes. I'm bad at video games. So yeah, until you get like the until you get the people for these facilities are really basic and don't do a lot for you. So actually, like, legitimately upgrade stuff and make stuff that's actually good, you have to get those people. Fortunately, they're story relevant, so they're not optional at all. At least the facility people are. Now, the optional characters, those are important too, but they're not story related. I mean, they are, but they aren't. You actually have to go out of your way to find them. So you can't just, like... You can't just go through the game and expect to find them. Like, I literally missed 3 different people. And finding them early is important to story progression because they have optional quests that raise their affinity. And it's always good to raise that affinity early because once you max it out, or at least get... I can't remember, like, I think it was level 8 affinity or something with each character. Once you get that, you get the true ending of the game and the true final boss, which I missed on my first playthrough. So you get an ending where, oops, your character destroyed the universe and had to be reset. Oh well. Except this is the most outlandish game I've ever experienced, where that's like... I kid you not, when that happens, like, Sahad's reaction is golden. Okay. But yeah, to make potions, you need bottles. And in higher difficulties, bottles break upon use. So... At least I think they do. Don't quote me on that. I'm playing hard and they haven't broken, so I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is... This is pretty much for trading, like, lower tier items for one higher tier item. Which becomes very useful later on when you just want a shortcut to, like, getting stuff that you need for upgrades. This is the most important area for me, because I love upgrading my weapons and gear. And getting the materials gets progressively harder and harder. You really do have to, like, go out of your way to get a lot of it. But for this... I want to definitely upgrade everything once. If I can help it. Because I only have so much to work with. And once you start getting more characters, if you want to like keep up with their upgrades, you really do have to go out of your way to gather stuff for that. And yeah, it just increases. But you upgrade each weapon up to 3 times. It's level max. Once you hit level max, you could then enhance it. Of course, I don't have enough iron ore for that, so that's going to be a while. And there are certain areas where getting rare items becomes way easier, and there are certain areas where you can sometimes get rare items, but not all the time. Alright, and the quest board is also really important. Because again, it's part of like the affinity thing. So you'll definitely want to go out of your way to like do the side quests as much as you can, because that's what raises the affinity for each character. Anyway, this is fishing. This game did it before it was Final Fantasy 15 to death. It's funny, I don't actually have that much against that game. I think it's serviceable, but it really is mostly a spectacle game. So I do like playing it. I just don't think its combat is anywhere near as good as like what it's trying to ape half the time. This is also why I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy 16, because that gameplay actually that game's combat has designers from Devil May Cry on it, you know? So like maybe they'll get it right this time. Maybe it'll actually be good combat, good gameplay. Then I think about that and I go, what about the RPG elements though? Are they going to pare that down? Because it's really hard to find a they're kind of like opposites in a lot of ways. But it does work, like with Dragon's Dogma. That's a good example of a well-done, combat system with good RPG elements. This is also a really good example of like an action game RPG, like, because it's it's combat focused. You have like action, character action, fighting, stuff like that. But it's still an RPG. And most of the game is centered around collecting and upgrading and crafting and stuff. So a lot of games can find that balance. It's really neat. Did I ever forget how to do this? I did, didn't I?
Alright.
There we go.
What's biting today?
I like how simple this version is. You just mash X. I'm going to promptly forget about the fishing mechanic now. I want to 100% this game. But yeah, this intro sequence kind of drags itself out. This whole game is really long. Ah, yes, my favorite trope in games and anime. The girl who can't cook. Ha ha ha. Ugh, hate that trope. See, this is why I like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Because they had that trope for like one season, and then the second season, they undermine that trope completely. They just throw it out. They throw it in the garbage. They're like, yeah, no, she can cook now. I like that. That was surprising. Okay, yeah, so meals are a thing. I want to knock out the quest as early as possible, every chance I get, because some of it is on a timer of sorts. It's a progression timer, you know, you don't want to progress the game when you have side quests, if you can help it.
Ah, that's...
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, that parrot becomes very important in this game.
Morning! Morning!
Huh? That bird just talk at us?
It appears to be some sort of parrot.
This is the best parrot in the game. It's also the only parrot in the game. I like how they all assume it's a he, but it's actually a she. Okay. Better check the bulletin board and see what quests I got. So, let's see. Sturdy lumber. Mid, so that's okay. So this happens one way or the other, but you want to build affinity. I don't think... I guess you can build affinity with Captain a bit. And... nothing specific with the inventory thing, so... Okay, to get Murky Mucus, I'm actually going to have to go into that cave again. So, back down I go.
My turn now.
I don't think we're getting bones from this area, just the murky mucus.
Allow me.
Okay.
My turn now.
And I don't think there was anything here specifically, but I could be wrong. I mean, 100% of the area, so there's bound to be nothing here, but you never know. I feel like you can go down there, but no, that's not a thing. And run back through and kill everything again. Bam, murky mucus obtained.
Leave it to me.
Switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Switch.
All you. Yeah.
Let's go.
Whoops. Now you do get other ultimate attacks as far as I remember, but like you have to go to Master Kong for that. And I'm pretty sure he's a late game encounter. Ooh, sturdy lumber. Just what I was looking for. Okay.
Let's go. Switch.
Okay, there's nothing here. Alright, let's see if I got enough of some of this stuff. I know I've probably got enough lumber by now.
Let's see. You didn't make much progress.
Yeah, it's not enough progress, the map at least. Okay. This is also part of why I like Captain Barbaros. He's a really down-to-earth character. But he's also like, he does a lot of cool stuff. Like he knows how to build shit and stuff. I don't know why I find that so neat, but it's like, this dude's really competent.
We did it.
Plus, he has a cool design. I like his design a lot. I mean, him being a giant rectangle only kind of adds to that. Okay, do we even have enough? Yes, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Great job, everyone.
Okay. See what I can trade for. Can I trade? Maybe? Okay, for iron ore. What I'm gonna go after here is sterile mucus. Also trade up against some of the rare items. Anyway. Beast claw. I can't get more than that, so yeah, that trading system is kind of important. And for this, I just need more empty bottles, which I don't currently have. So, quest board, good. Okay, knock those out. I'm just gonna save over the old file. Okay, I need a quick break so I can grab something to eat, so I'll be back in like maybe 30-ish minutes or so, give or take.